PKD Nambiar, who's a political analyst, also joins us.
Let's not give some kind of a blanket. They can never go wrong. They are absolutely something beyond even a touch of, we can't even. So let's take away. And most of the media houses across the world are business houses. Like the way I do a business or Rahulji does a business, they are business houses there to make profit. So first and foremost, and they always have direct or indirect motives when they do any kind of a programs. And so let's have this that they are not a judiciary or anything. So they are all corporations. And in Indian context, now we know that most of the media houses in India now is powered or owned or run by large business houses who talks about or listed houses who talks about the profit. So that is one. Second part is that what is the real problem if there is an income tax search do take place? First and foremost, it is not a raid, and I know the difference between a search and a raid. And the search is CBDT officials have clearly clarified it is currently a search, and if they find something not right, then they will go for a raid or they will do the rest of the stuff. So I think it is if the BBC do not have anything to hide, any agency for that matter visit to their place, any law abiding company will be very welcoming them and saying that okay, there is nothing, even if you have a political vendetta, come over, my doors are open, please come and search, look at anything. If you are finding something not right, then you take the action. If you have nothing else, this can be treated as just another routine activity of an income tax officials. And believe me, income tax officials visit at least thousands of places every day. So I think the moment it becomes BBC, BBC means we still have that colonial mindset. Some of the people in India, they feel that anything and everything what BBC says is that I've been on panel of BBC multiple times, and I don't get any kind of extra happiness of being in the on the BBC show. So I think let us treat this as a routine law enforcement agencies activity, and if they don't find anything discriminating there, then there is nothing problem. Now coming to this collaborating this with the timing of it, what Rahul said.
That's exactly what the BBC says, that they said that they are cooperating and the matter will be resolved. There is the tweet of the BBC. It says we hope to have this situation resolved as soon as possible, and we are fully cooperating.
That's what a responsible organization is supposed to do. And as far as that is concerned, that's it. The matter is end and over. Why do we even need to have a discussion and debate? I'm not even going for the documentary part. As I said, BBC has never been in 68 and 69, in 1968 and 69 during the Indira Gandhi's time, what they did and why it was blocked or banned, then also there is a story. So any particular organization, whether it is a media house or a private or a public organization or a foreign funded organization, cannot function in our land and making mockery of our own judicial system. In the case of Godra or in the case of Gujarat violence, our own apex court, not once, multiple times, multiple agencies have already given a clean chit, and BBC have no business to rake this up just before the election of 2024. I think we should have the courage to question the BBC of the timing of that documentary and the intention of that documentary, without even mentioning about the Godra where it started, and as somebody else was telling in this panel, starting in the middle and taking into a different narrative. That shows the timing. As far as the income tax, I'm a entrepreneur. I think income tax searches are very, very routine in our country. If there is nothing wrong they have done, they are absolutely safe and sound. And let me tell you this, there is not really much of a challenge for an employee. I was told, and in fact, even in your own reporter said, they have been asked to deposit their mobile phones, and all those employees, other than people, have been.
Let's see. PKD, I want to ask you, India has fallen to 150th place of the 180 countries as far as Reporters Without Border Press Freedom Index is concerned, this obviously will not help. There is a inherent messaging in all of this.
मैं आस्क यू समथिंग, मैं हंस रहा था, कोई भी कभी भी आज तक मैंने को देखा नहीं होगा कोई पैनल डिस्कशन में मैं हंसते हुए। मुझे आज ये जो मेरे जो दोनों युवा नेताओं को मैं देख के मुझे इसलिए हंसी आ रही है कि दैट पहली बात तो ये है कि सबसे पहले हर चीज को मिलाना और मिक्स करना कोई जरूरी नहीं है, एंड दैट इज नॉट पॉलिटिक्स। Political
Yeah,
debate and discussion should be on a topic, and the topic should be on a merit. We should speak on a facts. Then it becomes a straight message, especially from a, if both of you are representing some strong organization, that is an advice to both of you. Now, let me
yeah,
tell you the topic, that the report of the Freedom Report or Hindenburg Report, some of these Western countries' motivated reports are not the one which is going to define the democracy of India. We are a 1.4 billion people. We are one of the largest economy. We are a growing superpower. We are not going to be जैसे कहते हैं ना कि जब चार दीवारी के अंदर 10 लोग बैठा हुआ एक कंपनी कहीं पे बैठकर उसकी जो मन गठन जो रिपोर्ट बनाते हैं, दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू डिफाइन द इंडिया, एंड दैट इज नॉट द रिपोर्ट वी शुड इवन गिव एन इंपॉर्टेंस इन इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट टू डिस्कस. आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, the hunger index for an example. Imagine we are the one who is supporting Afghanistan for their food daily. We are the one who is giving food and every kind of support to Sri Lanka. We know what
yeah.
is happening in Pakistan, and the World Hunger Index, so-called index, we feature much lesser below them. And then you expect all of us to believe in those reports and discuss and debate in India. I think let's talk to the fact. As far as the BBC income tax rate is concerned, income tax search is concerned, income tax is not even a search. Let me tell you, search happens when there is a raid take place.
It's a survey, they say.
So income tax survey, when it take place, it is very simple. All those who are to especially to my both the young panelists, whenever an income tax survey happens, the officials comes, they ask all the people who are present in that particular place either to stay remain there, or there is a protocol, very well written protocol which every officer can have to follow. Then all those who wanted to leave may have to give their communication thing there, or those who are staying there, they will also have to put up their communication. They are not supposed to communicate to anybody else till the time the officers leave. That is a customary
Right,
thing. It is not missed because of Narendra
right,
Modi. It has been there ever since we have the CBDT as a
right,
practice in India. Now coming to
right.
the last point,
Yeah.
of course I do understand there can be a question that why this timing. Now also let me ask you this question again, that what was the reason for the timing of the Modi, the documentary what they have released. I think let's not paint BBC as the Doodh Ka Dula Hua, or Hindustan or the current government is all bad. That is not the way to construct or debate this particular thing. There is nothing to do with Adani and BBC. Maybe we don't know tomorrow BBC maybe Adani may buy BBC. We don't know that. Na? So I think let's not jump the gun. Let the things happen over a period of time.
Right,
Let it follow. If there is a political vendetta by anybody, that will also we will get to know. Till
right.
that time,
We